Hey, it's Dan with the eWheeler dealer, and today we're going to talk about eJavelin. They're excellent company, awesome bikes. Let me show you what they got. What they got. Hang on a sec. So first, this is just a little their website and a little bit about what they're about. And let's get into this video. Full screen this. So that's it. Okay. From there, let's jump into just a little bit about the company itself. And this is Austin Kirk. So the background on Austin is he's actually in China. This is the offices of eJavelin. And Austin is obviously American. He's been in China for about 20 years now, and has done some great business in tech, and specifically in the mobile cell phone industry, and doing a ton of obviously import export, and through that developed another company, Armstrong Foils, where surfers use for powering, doing power, having power to that device. And then he did that about 5 years ago and actually did carbon fiber. And as part of that, obviously, then eJavelin comes about, where he's built out a carbon fiber e-bike that carries a surfboard. And these are totally unique. I have one. There's nothing like it of anything that I have had, I've ever experienced before. And so with that, I mean, ultimately, he's just like me. He's created this company to help people, get back in connection with the world, everything that's out there, and also the people as well. And into the wind again is one of the mottos there. And so let's jump into just the pricing and a little bit of background on each of these models. So there's four models total. There's a different there's different sizings. So like the cruiser is the one that carries the surfboard. Then there's some options, obviously, for wattage and frame size and tire size here. And then Rambler's another model with a few different options, then the Ranger, and then the Chupacabra. So the pricings on these, as you see here, here's MSP retail, here's dealer price. This includes shipping to your shop, whether it's 1 or 20. And as you can see, the profit margins here, you're making anywhere from around $430 after shipping, $430 to $1,000, $1,123 a bike. And let's jump into a little bit on the details and the specs today. So here's the eJavelin Cruiser, and as you can see, the retail. Now this is the full size. Obviously, the mid is the next line on the spreadsheet that you have. Here's a little bit about just the obviously the description of the sizing of the bike itself, and let's get into some of the components. So it's a mid-drive, 52 volt, so it's pretty powerful. Obviously, 1,000-watt mid-drive. It's 850, and then there's obviously the smaller, a little bit smaller model that's like, they got an 850 watt. Newton meters is 160 to 120 for torque, and as you can see here, the full size weight. And let's see what else we have here. Warranty, got a full covered warranty. We're again, it's 2 years on all the hardware, and then batteries, accessories, 1 year, and yeah, I'm sport rep, so you get me, and Obviously, we have our own manufacturing facility. These are custom-made bikes, of course. The cruiser and also the Ranger, which is also carbon fiber as well. So let's see. Let's check out a little bit more of the details on the bike. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. Oh, here's a little. Yeah, there's just a video on a little bit more on the bike itself, which I'll let you read. Beautiful screen. Yeah, the bike's definitely like a beach cruiser style. The light is amazing. I've actually drove it at night, and you can see everything. I mean, it's like riding a motorcycle, really, with how powerful that light is. Obviously, it's got pedal assist. It comes with and without throttle, so you'll actually be sent the throttle, but it'll come without, and then you can actually install the throttle depending on the state you're in and the requirements. And oh, there's the example of what it is, what it has. It's a turn motorcycle. And with that, here's a little bit more on the motor. 1400 peak, and it's got a wider tire. I think it's a 4.5 wide by 26, so a little bit unique. Then it can ride a little bit better in the sand and carry that surfboard. So with that, obviously the cruiser mid drive's just same, just a little bit smaller, statured, and a little bit of difference in the tire size and wattage. So here's the Ranger. We'll talk about the other carbon fiber bike that we have. And this is the Ranger. This is how it looks, what it looks like. And again, the balance is, it's a big bike, but it's balanced amazingly well. Obviously, there's step through, so there's some flexibility in the size of individuals that can ride it. And that's the look. And then, again, the 4.5 wide fat tire, 9-speed gear, awesome headlight, a little bit different look on the, obviously in this here with this model. And 4-piston, again, 4-piston brakes, really good hydro brakes, of course, and then solid range. Let's see here. Yeah, so, okay. Let's go back to, hang on a sec. Click on the shop now, get us a little bit more on the height details and components and the specs. Again, it's the smaller 800 watt, 120 Newton. You can click on each of these as well. Get details on the battery, suspension. We were just talking about wheels, brakes, 4-piston, 180 by 2.3 rotors, drivetrain. Talked about the light, amazing light, steering, cargo, seat. Okay. So let's jump back into our trusty spreadsheet. Then we have a mid-sized for that carbon fiber. And these two models, of course, the Cruiser and the Ranger, again, are custom frames built in our manufacturing facility. We have two more bikes to show. The Rambler. So we've got These are all rear-wheel drive versus the mid drives of the previous two. And you got 500 to 1,000 watt option. And again, especially the side specs, obviously folding bike. Here's the details. These are the fat tires, the 20x4s. And a little bit on the battery. Here. The 31 amp. 48 volt. So pretty beefy. There's the frame. Again, the motor. And brakes. Pretty beefy again, for the 4-piston. Drivetrain and lights, steering, cargo, saddle. Okay. Last but not least is the Chupacabra. So we got all-wheel drive, then we got 1,000 watt and a 750 and a 500 watt. And here's the Chupacabra. And yeah, its details. Let's scroll. So you got 500 to 1,000 watt. You got the dual drive option. Got the 20x4 tires. And then you can go into obviously here again and get sizing, get each component detail from the different motor watt options. Look at the frame, the battery. Let's get a 31.5 amp. Suspension. The wheels are the fat tire again, 20x4. Brakes, again the 4-piston. Excuse me. Drivetrain, lights, steering, cargo, saddle. And with that, one more thing is, so not only do we have these 4 bikes, and you have the pricing here, obviously. Contact me and I'll help you. Take care of anything you need there. But we also have something, since we have our own manufacturing facility in China, we have ODM services where we can, build the bike that you need. Either one that you're selling a lot of and having issues with the manufacturer, and or just there's a bike out there that you need that nobody else has. You want it branded, your brand, those types of things where you can control obviously the pricing and not worry about getting, undercut by the manufacturer on their B2C site. That's one thing about eJavelin is we're very focused on the B2B and the dealer channel. It's where we see our business growing, focusing obviously with dealers either in shops in the water sports area and or just the mobility space. So with that, we actually you can fill out this form or give us a call and we can set up a call to kind of spec out what you guys are looking for, and there's opportunities for us to build something actually pretty quickly. We can get something built and out probably twice as quick as I would say most of the others that I've spoken to. I've spoken to thousands of manufacturers and dealers, and we can get something within months, a couple months, as long as there's not a lot of customization and engineering. We can get something actually built and developed and sent fairly quickly. So with that, consider our ODM services for building out the bike of your dreams, or the one that your customers need, or maybe replacing what you're selling now, being able to control that with your own brand and being the only one out there. So when people go online and look, it's you and nobody else with this bike. So with that, appreciate the opportunity. Thank you for listening and checking us out. Again, you can reach me 650-823-4368, or you can reach me at dan@ejavelin.com or dan@ewheelerdealer.com. Thank you very much. Appreciate your time.